What's up, guys? It's DeQuincy here to bring you my Fairy Tail Chapter 328 review. And I'm sorry this is so late, guys. I was just swamped with projects and homework and studying and tests and schoolwork, and it sucks. You guys know, right? You guys know the struggles of homework. But let's get this started, alright? There's 3 key points, beginning, middle, and end. And I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, Hero, he took a step back with this chapter. He took a step back. But it's still a decent chapter. Alright, guys, so let's start. Key point number 1, the beginning. Lucy's trying to close the gate. Gate's not closing. She gets blown back by a dragon because she's Lucy. She pretty much states that it's impossible to close the gate how it is right now. Then Yukino comes out there with Mary Jane, saying it's not impossible, Lucy-san. If we combine our powers and our keys, so we can close the gate. And I'm just like, okay, if it's that simple, what the hell, you know? Anyways, they combine their magic and keys. They're 12 celestial spirit keys. The keys then rush over to the gate. The spirits, not the keys, but the spirits rush over to the gate, start pushing the gate closed. And guys, the dragon that was in the gate, or was about to escape, looked beastly as hell. It was like a saber-toothed dragon. It was like the saber-toothed dragon. And I was really hoping it was gonna bull rush and get out of the gate, but it didn't. It didn't. Anyway, so yeah, it's just the 12 keys closing the gate was wow, really, you took the easy way out, Hero. I was really hoping to see the 13th key be used, kind of like redemption for being so useless against Kagura, Anyway, so yeah, it's taking steps back. Then they breathe a sigh of relief once the gate's closed. Someone then states that 7 dragons have escaped. Here's where Future Rogue comes in. And I love Future Rogue because he's still saving chapters. Future Rogue states it's much easier to control 7 dragons rather than 1,000 dragons. Or so on and so on. Lucy's pretty shocked to see Future Rogue. Pretty much wondering what happened to Natsu. If only Lucy knew Natsu lost, then yeah, I would love to see that expression on her face. Anyways, Rogue then states he states as the dragons start listening to his commands that this is the true power of dragon manipulation, dragon manipulation magic. So the dragons, go under his command. He tells the dragons to scatter out across the city, kill as many mages as you want, fuck shit up, just go ham on everyone. And that's what the dragons do. One dragon, a rock-like dragon, I guess you would call it, rock scale, picks up Future Rogue, puts him on his head, and then Future Rogue turns to another dragon, a dragon we have seen before. I don't quite remember his name. Zelcons, something like that. The one Wendy spoke to with Milky Way. Well, he pretty much says these humans look tasty. I'm going to eat them. Yeah. And then Wendy's like, oh, we have talked to this dragon before. And yada yada stuff like that. All right. You get the picture. All right. Anyways, that's the end for part 1. And key point 1 is gonna get an okay just because of Future Rogue. I do want to know more about this dragon manipulation magic, and I do have something else to say about the 7 dragons escaping. So that's good. Key point number 2: the dragons versus the mages. We're taken to the fairy tale portion of the city that they're protecting, and there's a fire dragon there. It's a dragon covered in flames. The dragon states, I am Atlas Flame, the flames of hell. Guys, hero, does Natsu Dragneel really need another power-up? With the Flames of Hell dragon there, that will give Natsu the edge to defeat Future Rogue. That's all I'm gonna say. Does Natsu really need a power-up? Just doesn't make any sense. Because Natsu's gonna absorb the power of this fire dragon. And then obtain some lightning fire dragon hell roar or something, you know? Some shit like that. Anyways, Atlas is doing work on Fairy Tail. They're really not doing anything against him, so that's good. I enjoy seeing that. We're taking over to Blue Pegasus, and I'm pretty sure this is just a comedy relief scene. But Ichigo's like, we can't give up, men. We have to surround them with numbers, men. And, you know, pretty much just Ichigo, you know, he's Ichigo, man. He's Ichigo. We see Sabretooth, and it's Sting and Rogue versus Stardust Dragon. Well, pretty much, you know, the dragon that looks like Stardust Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. And pretty sure Sting and Rogue are gonna lose that fight. Pretty sure they're gonna lose that fight. We're taking over to Lamia Scale and, you know, Mermaid Hill. Leon's like, none of our attacks are working. We can't do anything. We can't do anything. And Leon's confidence is just shattered there. He just can't do anything against these dragons. My god. And then you see Kagura, and Kagura's just like, this dragon's scales are too hard. They're too hard for me to cut. And I'm just like, come on, man. Oh, man. If Kagura was fully healed, her blade would do a lot more damage. Now, maybe not enough to cut the dragon, but to leave a scratch on the dragon, you know? And then you see Jura saying, can humans really defeat dragons? Well, not humans, but, you know, dragon slayer humans can defeat dragons, pretty much. That's what they're meant to do, you know? If Sting and Rogue actually defeated their dragons, then yes, dragon slayers can defeat dragons. So yeah. That pretty much does it for part 2. And for part 2, I'll give it a good. I liked how overpowered the dragons are, and how useless every mage is doing right now. They can't do anything against the dragons, and I love it. You know, I like it. So it gets it good. For the last part's pretty quick. It's just Future Rogue flying around the city, and then he sees Natsu on top of a tower. And Natsu's like, I'm going to kick your ass. Future Rogue's like, you can try. Natsu's gonna win this fight, guys. He's gonna win this fight. He's gonna defeat Future Rogue because it's Natsu. He doesn't lose twice in a row. That's just his thing. He doesn't lose twice in a row. He will give a Nakama speech. He'll beat Future Rogue. The dragons will go ham. You know, they'll lose like their connection with Future Rogue, and they'll just go crazy again. That's my prediction right there. And the last part gets a bad because fuck you, Natsu. I hate you. I really do. You're one of the most annoying characters in like manga history, hands down. Anyways, my prediction, or the thing I was going to say about the 7 dragons. Right now, there are currently 6 dragons on the battle, or 6 dragon slayers on the battlefield. Natsu, Gagio, Sting, Rogue, Windy, and Laxus. Now, guys, I've been saying this for the longest time. Cobra is making a canon comeback. Cobra's going to show up within the next 5 to 7 chapters. Cobra will show up within the next 5 or 7 chapters. He's a dragon slayer. This arc's about dragons. He's got to be there. Unless Hero pulls the troll face. He's known for the troll face, and he gives us a whole new dragon slayer. Maybe he'll give us another Generation 1, a Generation 1 that escaped through the gate. Maybe like an Ice Dragon Slayer, a Water Dragon Slayer, Earth Dragon Slayer, something like that. And most likely, if he does bring a new Dragon Slayer into the game, it's going to be a female. Because right now, every Dragon Slayer is a guy except for Wendy. So, if he brings a new one in, it's going to be a female. Maybe he'll just throw in a 4th generation Dragon Slayer, which could be like, Dragon Slayer plus God Slayer magic and just be OP as fuck. But that won't happen. I don't see that happening. The 2 possibilities for the 7th Dragon Slayer to fight the 7 dragons would be Cobra. I'm really hoping for Cobra. I want Cobra back. We need Cobra. He's one of the best characters in the series. Or a new Dragon Slayer, preferably a female, because we need a new one. Not a kid female, but like a teenage female, like Natsu. Same age as Natsu, or Sting or Rogue, something like that. And yeah, that's it for the review. So it's gonna get a 2.5 out of 5 stars. He did take a step back, but it was a decent chapter, Fairy Tail. And as for the basic FAP, this chapter will not get one, because I put a new rule down. If the chapter rates 3 or above on my scale of stars, it'll get a basic FAP rating, and didn't quite get there. But yeah, this is the Quincy. Thank you for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. All the links to the good stuff will be down below in the description box. Be sure to keep supporting me and the Shinigami, and I'll catch you guys later, alright? Have a nice day. Adios, otakus.